Hi guys, good morning. Hope you all are doing fine and the morning sunlight is shining bright in your lives. So, I had got a lot of requests for people asking me to make videos for narrating some of the stories in my book, We the Stories. So, basically, this book is about a compilation of real life instances in my life and how I have weaved them into stories and how each particular story has some takeaways, some morals, some insights, some perspective which can help you sail through difficult times in your life. So, the particular story which I am going to narrate today is about my training for my first marathon and how I was mired with lot of challenges and struggle, and how what was finally the outcome of the race. So, I would like to narrate this story. The title is "And I Became a Marathoner." As I was fidgeting with the ice pack on my shin, my daughter hurriedly came towards me and inquired about the reason for applying ice. Lima, what is it all about, mom? Me, I am running longer distances than earlier now, so it is normal for weakness in muscles to surface up. Lima, is it for the same reason that you keep going to Dr. Uncle as well? Me, yes, the needling and the acupuncture helps release the knots. Me, yes. Then Lima says, do you never get tired of doing so much so that you can just run? She left exclaiming this, but her thought left me with a lot to think about. I was preparing for my first debut full marathon, 42-kilometer distance, last year when my whole training for odd 5 months was marred with recurrent shin pain. The pain would be unbearable at times, begging me to call off my run. I ran amidst pain, fear, and doubt. I remember traveling 18 kilometers every alternate day to Nagar Bhabi, where I would get needling done with Dr. Kushawa. I could not do any speed workout because of the same reason, as and I did not want to test my body's limitation, as continuing with my mileage was my only target. Amidst my injury and rehab, a lot of things were going on at home front. My husband's dream project had gone kaput and it shook us from inside. A lot of damage was done, the after effects of which are still haunting us. A day before the race, I had the most difficult time. The pain in my shin was unbearable and I had no clue how could I even run a kilometer, live alone 42 kilometers. I went for the usual needling work, came back home. My brother, my husband's friends, and other family members had come to discuss possible solutions arising out of the deadlock. A weak heart, a dismayed person, just kept egging me from inside. The race is not important, your life and your family needs you more. You can always run a marathon someday. This inner conflict I could not share with anyone, as it would feel childish to ask for an opinion when we were trying to figure out how to safeguard our lives. At that moment, I decided my eyes saw this dream. My heart worked relentlessly for it. My body had borne so much pain for it. My soul did not know any other way. When you see a dream, the onus of fulfilling it is only on you and no one else. I quickly got ready and left home at 3 a.m. to stand at my holy grail, the start line. I still remember how it felt, as I felt it that day. I completed the race in 3 hours 49 minutes and got third, third place in my age category and returned home with 10,000 as prize money and 2 medals. As I look back now and see things in hindsight, I believe surrender to God's wish, whilst showing up took me to the finish line. I remember my mom telling me stories from our rich mythological history. During Draupadi's infamous Cheer Haran, she would keep calling, yelling, shouting, screaming Pandava's name to help her, to rescue her from Dusashan's heinous intention. All of them stood with their heads hanging down in utter helplessness and despondency about the whole situation. She would pull the sari towards her to safeguard whatever she possibly could, but to no avail. When surrender was the only option left, she kept on moving in circles, eyes closed, chanting, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. When she did this, Krishna appeared and came to her rescue, leaving Dusashan trying to pull an endless sari. allowing yourself to surrender to God's will instill the power of faith. Faith that there is someone bigger than our fears and doubts. Faith that is magnanimous. It allows you to believe that in the end everything is good, and if it is not good yet, it is not the end yet. Faith has an immense capacity that propels you to show up to life and situations. Faith allows you to just drop your guards and believe in the magic. I did just that. Believed in the Almighty and believed in the Almighty, and belief delivers every single time. It has no room for doubt, fear, and naysay. When you begin to believe in the magic of surrender and faith, great things happen. To surrender is to be powerless. To be powerless is to be vulnerable. But being vulnerable is the most powerful spirit a human can ever showcase. Be vulnerable, be powerful. I was finally a marathoner. So this story is really close to my heart, and whenever I read it or narrate it, it takes me back to the time when I was really in tremendous pain. But we always look at what is happening now. We never know someone else is creating our story up above. We are actors and he is a director, and when he chooses to make you go through a path, there is a reason for it. And there are times we try to understand what is the reason, but there are times it is only right that we leave the rest to the God and do what best we can. And I am sure if you are honest in your efforts, the God up there is always going to protect you. Whatever might be the outcome, you will see something coming out from there. So while you might feel mired, but don't lose hope, don't lose faith, because when you have faith in your heart, it can help you sail through the biggest and the most struggling times of your life. It can help you sail through storm, and you will always be protected if you rely your faith on someone or something which you cannot see, but it is there protecting you always. So this is my message from my story, and I hope it helps someone who is currently going through something like this, and maybe has faith in Almighty, but sometimes that faith becomes you start wobbling and you don't believe completely in your faith. When you start believing completely, then only the God is going to appear and help you sail through. Have a good day, guys. With this message, I will call it bye.